Welcome in everyone, this is Sean with MTG808 Jr. and today we're going to be playing some games of Standard Pauper that is. We're going to be playing Red Green Dinosaurs against whatever my buddy Nick here wants to play against me. We're not sure yet. He told me he built a couple of different decks and he's kind of keeping it a secret of what he's playing today. Oh, here we go. But before we jump into these games, I just want to make sure that everybody knows about our awesome, amazing Youth Championship Scholarship Tournament happening this May. So, if you are enrolled in K through 12 and you live on the island of Oahu and you like playing Magic, you should definitely be playing in our May Youth Championship Scholarship Tournament. First place is going to walk away with $500 in scholarship. Second place is going to get $250 in scholarship. The format is Standard Pauper, which is what we're playing today. And Magic is one of those games that if you put the time in, you learn the format, you understand your deck really well, you understand the format, the metagame very well, then it will pay off. And there is still a little bit of luck involved, as always, but it's definitely something worth investing time in. So before we get into the match, just want to quickly go over the deck one more time. So this is very similar to the deck that we did a deck tech on. I'll leave a link to that in the description. But basically this is a kind of a mid-range Green Red Dinosaur deck. We're trying to play powerful 3, 4, and 5 drops. We even got a 6 drop in here to kind of win the middle of the game. And we got some cheap removal to help us survive the early game. But if you want a more in-depth look at the deck, be sure to check out our deck tech. In the meantime, we are going to jump straight into this game. So, my buddy Nick here. Alright, this hand, a forest and commune with dinosaurs. If we hit a mountain off of this commune with dinosaurs, then this hand is great. So we're going to keep. Even if we only hit a forest off of this commune with dinosaurs, we're still in okay shape. We do have to hit a mountain eventually. But I'm perfectly fine playing this deck. Alright, he might be playing Blue-Green Merfolk here, in which case having a Shock and a Lightning Strike is a great opener for us. Okay, so no mountain. Hopefully we hit a mountain off of this commune with dinosaurs. Seeing the top 5 means that we're pretty likely. Alright, there's a mountain. Awesome. Gonna put those on the bottom. Kind of sad we had to put 3 lands on the bottom of the deck there. I would have really liked to have drawn one of those lands. But there are still, let's see, a couple of lands in the deck. Okay, there. Now, the choice that we have here is playing a 2-drop or keeping up removal. I think I want to just play this removal spell here, because I want to use my mana this turn. And then my plan for next turn is going to be to play Frilled Death Spitter. I don't want to play either of these 2-drops because if he plays a River Herald's Boon on this guy, it's going to be really hard for me to race. And that's also why I'm doing this during my turn instead of on his turn as an instant. I don't want him to be able to play a pump spell in response. So we're casting Lightning Strike there to just kill his guy. The reason we cast Lightning Strike instead of Shock there is because we want to make sure that we're using all of our mana. I know that his deck is full of a bunch of really small creatures, so Shock and Lightning Strike both effectively kill all the creatures in his deck. But I want to leave the cheaper spell in my hand in case later in the game, like right here, I might want to play Druid of the Cowl and leave up a mana to shock something. It's possible that that is the correct play. He left mana up, so he might have Unsummon in his hand, in which case I do want to play the cheaper creature. And he might also have River Herald's Boon in his hand, in which case I want to keep mana open for shock. He could just sandbag the River Herald's Boon in his hand until a turn where I'm tapped out and I don't have shock available. But excuse me. Yeah, we'll see what he ends up having. I'm not gonna cast shock here because if he plays River Herald's Boon in response, our shock kind of goes to waste. It'll deal 2 damage to a 3 toughness creature. Okay, but he is playing a 4-drop here. Let's see what he puts the counter on. He's putting it on the hexproof. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use this opportunity to just shock his guy. and he has a 3/3 hexproof. If he throws a Cartouche of Knowledge on that, it might be kind of hard to race. But we're just going to go ahead and get our Dinosaur into play here. Hopefully we draw a land to be able to play Stampeding Horncrest next turn, and really just try to race his 3/3 hexproof, which might have flying this turn. Let's see if he has a Cartouche. This looks like a Cartouche. Yep. Okay, so he's got a 4/4 flying hexproof. We cannot kill it with any of our burn spells, so the only thing we can do here is race it and try to kill him before he kills us. Oh man, okay, so it's going to be a 5/5. So that lowered his clock. The 4/4 would have been a 5-turn clock to kill us, and the Honko Pesh making it a 5/5 bumped it up to a 4-turn clock. So, and he's holding up mana for Unsummon. So we might, if he has Unsummon, I don't think that we can win this game at all. But if he doesn't, and we draw a land, we might be able to race him. But let's see. Okay, that's not a land, but we are still going to cast it. Okay, I think we want to take this. Any order. Okay, I'm going to just attack with Frilled Death Spitter and see if he wants to unsummon it. Okay, he did not unsummon this. Okay, so that's a good sign. We might be able to race him since we're going to be able to play both of our knights this turn. But we'll see. He's at 17 and we're going to be at 9. But we're going to be attacking for 9 damage next turn. Possibly 13 damage next turn. Yeah, so there's a good chance that we're going to be able to race this guy. If this is all that he has, yeah, we should be able to race this. Okay, that's going to block our Frilled Death Spitter probably. Okay. I'm gonna play this and hope he does not have unsummon. (4/4) haste. Okay. So that means that our guy loses haste, but we'll still get to attack for 6 here. This might not be enough. I think we're gonna have to draw something like Lightning Strike in order to race him. I'm curious if he blocks. I think he should block because this guy doesn't increase his clock at all. Like, he's still got a 2-turn clock on us regardless. Yeah, okay, so he's blocking. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that unsummon. Unsummon is really good against mid-range strategies that are trying to play 5-drops. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he still can't kill us even if he did draw River Herald's Boon. Let's see. We're going to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage to him. Yeah, even if we draw Lightning Strike, we can't kill him. Even if we draw Stampeding Horncrest, we can't kill him. Yeah, so it's looking like we're just dead here. Yeah, if he didn't have that unsummon, we had a very good chance of racing him. Oh yeah, we're for sure not racing him now that he has chump blockers. Alright. Alright, and we're dead. Man, 5/5 flying hexproof. Alright, I don't know if I'll want Naturalize against him. Knight of the Stampede seems pretty underwhelming. I think that Knight might actually want to get cut. I was playing with this deck a few matches before recording, and I did not like Knight of the Stampede that much. So that might get cut in future versions of the deck. But for now, let's bring in this Lightning Strike. Dual Shot actually kills a lot of stuff. Life Goes On might be a good sideboard card to help us race. Since we can't kill his hexproof flyers sometimes, just being able to gain 8 life might be what we want to do. Okay, alright, this hand looks good. Playing Druid of the Cowl on turn 2, and then having a real nice curve up. If he doesn't have Unsummon, then, you know, going turn 3 Thrash, turn 4 Stampeding Horncrest will be a really nice turn. I kind of don't want to cast this Commune on turn 1 because I don't know what I want to take, right? I need one more land in order to play Stampeding Horncrest, but I don't need that land until turn 4, which means that I have 3 draw steps to draw that land. So if I commune and take a land, then I might end up being mana flooded later. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do. Oh, let's see. There's 21 lands in the deck. I have 3 in my hand. There's 1 right here, which means there's 17 lands left in the deck. There's 53 cards, so that leaves me at under 1 in 3 to draw a land. I need to draw a land in my next 3 draw steps. I think, for consistency's sake, it's right to take the land here, but I am opening myself up to potentially getting mana flooded. So the argument to not cast Commune there would be I want to cast it later when I know what I'm looking for. But because my curve is so mana efficient right now, playing this on turn 2, then playing this on turn 3, and this on turn 4, I just wanted to cast Commune so that I could get the effect rather than just sitting around, right? Okay. That's drawing cheap interaction is good, although Hone Kopesh is going to really reduce the impact that this dual shot is going to have. Yeah, see. I could dual shot that now, but it would keep me off curve. Alright. Yes, he tapped out. Alright, so we get to bash him. He's probably going to double block the Thrash of Raptors, but that's a good trade for me. I'm completely fine with that trade. So he's going to take 6 this turn, and we've got a big giant 4/4 on him. Yeah, this is looking good. Hopefully we draw another creature. See, this is the situation that I was talking about, where if I had taken a creature off of the Commune, I would be in a better position now, but at the time I didn't know that I was going to draw a land to, and I prioritized being able to for sure play the Stampeding Horncrest. Ooh, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him real good. Yeah, see, getting a little mana flooded here. Might get punished for it. Alright, so my plan here, he's probably going to double block, and I'm going to shock this and then dual shot both of them. So I'm essentially getting trading 2 burn spells for his 2 creatures, but I'm up on tempo because I'm spending 2 mana, whereas he spent 5, 6 technically with the equip. So let's see if he blocks here. If not, I'm still just gonna fire off. Okay, so the reason I waited until after he declared blocks here is because I wanted him to get rid of this Merfolk. right? Him blocking here, it's preventing 4 damage, but me getting to kill this Merfolk for free is also very good. Right, now he's got an empty board. I've got 5 power in play. I'm a little mana flooded, but I'm doing okay. Excuse me. Let's draw a Stampeding Horncrest or a Forest. Yeah, really punished for taking that land off of Commune. If I had another Thrash of Raptors, I would have been able to play it last turn, right? So wipe his board and add 5 more power to the board. That would have put the game away. But equally, on the flip side of that coin, I also probably would have lost this game if I wasn't able to play Stampeding Horncrest on turn 5. Although if I took the Thrasher Raptors off of Commune, I could have at least played the Thrasher Raptors and then attacked him with the first Thrasher Raptors. Yeah, that might have been the correct play in hindsight. But this is just an example of how, even on turn 1, it's important for you to sequence out the potential plays that you're going to make, you know, even as late as turn 4 or 5, right? Like, we got punished because we saw a decision point on turn 4 and took the safer route instead of being a little bit more aggressive. Alright, so I don't want to trade my 4/4 here because he has a Hone Kopesh, so like all of his creatures are going to be big. So basically what I need to do in order to beat these equipment is to try to go around him, go wide. We'll see if we're able to do that, though. Looks like he has another creature. Yep. Yeah, and that means this is a 4/4 on blocks, which means I can't attack with the Knight next turn. Excuse me. Yeah, I've been fighting a cold for the past week or so, so my apologies if the coughing is annoying. If it's annoying to you, believe me, it's way more annoying to me. Alright, so we're at 12 and he's at 10. Yeah. Getting mana flooded this game. I think our last... Oh no, we drew the Knight last turn, but the 3 turns before that we drew a land, I think. There's another land. Alright. I think he has an unsummon here for the Stampeding Horncrest. Or not. Okay, we're going to attack with both. Okay, he does have the unsummon. Is he going to trade? Oh no, we don't get the trigger. We're not going to trade. Oh man, that was really bad. Yeah, we needed to draw a dinosaur that turn in order to protect against that. Yeah, getting mana flooded really sucks. Maybe we want some of these lands to be Desert of the Glorified, or not Desert of the Glorified, Desert of the Fervent and Desert of the Indomitable. Oh gosh. We are probably dead next turn. Maybe I should have sided in some plummets. Yeah, this looks not great. And Unsummon is too good against this mid-range deck. I think I have to... No, both of them have flying. I can't block. So I need to draw a way to kill this. I need to draw Lightning Strike to not die here. That's not Lightning Strike. Alright, so we got mana flooded there, but we definitely lost because of a decision that we made on the first turn of the game. Right. If we had had Thrasher Raptors in our hand instead of one of these lands, we probably would have been able to continue pressuring him, right? Because we're one turn away. Yeah, we're literally one turn away from killing him on the crackback. Yeah, so that was a good game. Like, you know, we ended up making one wrong decision and it cost us, but you know, that's why we practice, so that you can think about those decisions and you know, make better informed decisions next time, right? So we'll give him the satisfaction of killing us. Okay. He's just playing for the rubbins right now. Nick loves beating me. Yeah. We have a bit of a rivalry going on. I don't know if I mentioned this on any of the previous recorded videos. But I actually met Nick the very first week that he moved to Hawaii. I was 15 at the time, and we played in the finals of F&M. And I beat him. He's like 6 or 7 years older than me, so he was really upset about losing to a little scrawny 15-year-old kid. But we've just had a really healthy rivalry that fueled our friendship over the years since then. But yeah, he really does not like losing to me. This hand. Even if we hit a mountain off of this commune, I don't think that this hand is that good. I guess, like, we're going to have a good turn 2 play, assuming we hit a mountain, and then we're going to have an okay 3. I think we'll risk this. I like that more than mulliganing to 6. I really hate mulliganing, so I will keep more hands than I should. It's one of the weaknesses of my own play that I'm aware of. Okay, we hit our mountain. But I really hate mulliganing. Mostly because I really like winning games that are like long and drawn out, where you kind of trade with your opponent a lot. But yeah, I will keep some stinky hands because I don't like mulliganing. Although mulliganing is oftentimes the most important decision that you make in the entire game. Alright. Not very happy to have drawn this 6-drop that I won't be able to cast for quite some time. But next turn we'll be able to play both Tiliana's Knights, I guess. Just want to for sure use all our mana this turn. Next turn we can cast Commune with Dinosaurs and have a chance to use all of our mana, but I think excuse me, I think while we have the opportunity to for sure use all of our mana this turn, we should take it. Okay, he seems to be a little mana screwed, so we might be able to get there with this mediocre hand. Ooh, that's a good draw. Okay, commune. Hopefully we hit. This is disappointing. If I take this land, I'll be one land away from playing this Colossal Dreadmaw. But if I take this Horncrest, then I'll be one land away from casting the Horncrest. Alright. I think I'm going to take the Horncrest. Because either way, I need to draw another land. I'd rather take the one that has a higher upside. Alright, I'm just going to shock this now. And then bash him for 6. I shot it now because if he plays a forest and has River Herald's Boon, then we'll be in some trouble. Like, if he doesn't draw a forest and he went to attack, then I could have shocked one of them to make the other one lose flying and then maybe get him with Ornamental Courage, but he can just play a Merfolk pre-combat to play around that. Alright, we did it. Boom! Attack you for 9. 9, yeah. I think he has to double block one of these, but that is a pretty miserable situation for him to be in. Yeah, he's just scooping. Alright, and then Colossal Dreadmaw coming out, Knight of the Stampede coming out, Lightning Strike coming in, Dual Shot coming in. Maybe only one Dual Shot because, like we saw in the last match, Dual Shot got pretty bad once he had Khopesh. But I am going to bring in one Plummet. Not all of his flyers have flying. I'm going to bring in one Plummet and then one Naturalize. So these are like situational removal spells that are like sometimes great but sometimes dead. So I don't want too many of any given one, because drawing 2 cards that are dead in a situation is really bad. So I'm just bringing in one of each, because they are really efficient when they're good. Ooh. Okay, this hand is decent. Has a lot of potential. We are on the draw, though, so... Alright. Getting closer to casting this Horncrest. Playing a mountain there just to make him think that we might have shock. It might not matter. I mean, it doesn't matter because we don't have it, but if he sees that we have the potential to cast shock, he might lead with his weaker 2-drop instead of his better 2-drop. I would love to shock this if I had a shock, but I do not. Oh, one thing that came up that I should speak to. Ooh, this is an interesting choice. If I cast the Druid, then next turn I can cast Knight and Lightning Strike. Oh, I can't do that because I would need 2 red. So I think I'm going to cast Knight here. What was I saying? So one thing that came up, somebody commented on... It was either the deck tech of this deck or the deck tech of the red-white deck. But somebody mentioned that they play standard Pauper, but they don't allow uncommons, even if they're downshifted rarities. So if you've followed the YouTube channel, you've heard me explain many times, the reason Lightning Strike is legal, even though it's an uncommon in Ixalan, is because it was previously printed as a common in Theros and M15. M15? M14? One of those. But it was previously printed as a common. So that's why it's legal in standard Pauper. Other cards that meet that description are Gravedigger, Renewed Faith, and Ornithopter. They were commons in previous sets, even though they're uncommons in the sets that make them standard legal. But you know, different people play by different rules. So if your play group doesn't allow lightning strike, then I would recommend that you swap them out for probably magma spray. Um, Mostly because I think that the tempo of being able to kill something for cheap is what this deck wants. Going to the face is nice, um, but playing a card like Open Fire, which is the exact same card text as Lightning Strike, it just costs 3 instead of 2. Playing a card like Open Fire means that in situations like this, where you want to be killing your opponent's creatures, you're not going to be getting as excuse me, you're not going to be getting as big of an advantage when you target their creatures with Open Fire. But if this were a Magma Spray, which is 1 red, deal 2 damage to target creature, if a creature was killed, if a creature dealt damage by Magma Spray this turn dies, exile it instead. So the exile part comes up sometimes, like there's some unearthed creatures that you want to get into the exile zone, but you know, most of the time you are just playing it to be able to kill a creature, right? If we had Magma Spray here instead of Lightning Strike, we would, yeah, that's fine. I'd rather him unsummon this, even though he's getting an extra card out of it, than have him unsummon this guy. Let's see. Hopefully he does not have a creature here to follow this up with, though. Odds are he does, since his whole deck is cheap creatures. Okay, that's not as bad as if he were to play the oh, that's pretty bad. Okay, so we're for sure taking 5 next turn. Maybe more if he has a cartouche or something. Man, being low on red mana sucks. Yeah, so having a 1 mana spell that would kill one of these creatures would be way more important than having a 3 mana spell that might be able to go to his face, right? Assuming we had more red mana this game, we could play both of these and a Magma Spray next turn, assuming we had 2 more red mana. But if this were an Open Fire, we wouldn't be able to play both of these. He probably has an unsummon since he did not play a land. And well, he might have a River Herald's Boon. If he has straight nothing, we might win this game. Okay, so this puts us to 4. That's not good. We really needed a second mountain, or a second red source. Okay, we're still not dead. We're gonna shock one of these Shaper Apprentices and then chump block this Deeproot Warrior, assuming that it attacks. And then we'll go to 1. And then we will have lethal on him, unless... Okay, we're just gonna shock this. Okay. I I think we're dead. Yeah, that doesn't do it. Dual shot would have saved us there. Dual shot would have saved us because we could kill both of these. Actually, no, we're not completely dead. If he blocks both of them, which he should, then if he doesn't have a Merfolk in his hand, we can Lightning Strike killing this and then block the Shaper's Apprentice. Yeah, odds are he's going to have a Merfolk here, though. Yep. Alright, going to game 3. I like the split that I have right now on removal. Yeah. Naturalize would have had no targets that game, but Dual Shot or Plummet would have won that game for us. Maybe instead of Naturalize, we just want Life Goes On, since the game is always kind of turns out to be a race. Excuse me. Okay, this hand has an okay curve, and if we draw one of our 4 or 5 drops, then we'll be in good shape. Look at him, he's talking smack. He's playing a tried and tested deck, whereas I'm playing a deck that I'm experimenting with. But that's okay. I'll give him his moment in the sun. All right, we are on the play, and he's mulliganing, so things are lining up here. Look at him, he's talking smack. Alright. That guy is not that big of a threat right now. This guy is really something that you want to draw much later in the game, but like he's fine now. Okay, so there's our 5-drop. That's exactly what this hand wanted to draw, right? Something to kind of fill out the top end of the curve. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have a race. He's for sure attacking, because if I play a dinosaur, he can't block this guy. I like that he did not play a 2-drop here, though. That means that his hand is very less than ideal. Alright. Dropping this and attacking for 3! Dinosaur combo! Okay. So it's looking like we're gonna get to use our Ornamental Courage here. Oh no. Alright, so we're gonna lose one of our guys here, even with the Courage. We would really like to draw a 3-drop here. Nice. Alright. So he's going to block the Wayfinder on the Knight and then the Jungle Delver on the Daggertooth. And if he blocks like that, we're definitely going to Ornamental Courage the Daggertooth, because we want to make sure... Oh, so he's not blocking with the Wayfinder. Okay. So we're using the combat trick here just to use all our mana this turn, get to save our guy, get to trigger Enrage. We can even threaten blocking his guy when he attacks. And then we get to play our Death Spitter here. This guy being a 4/4 next turn makes me a little sad. Let's see if he is going to hold up on Summon or not. He's not. Okay. Okay, so I know he has this Unsummon in his hand because he revealed it with Explore. So I have to play around it. Ooh, that was a good draw. Okay, if I attack with everybody, he's probably going to block here and then here. Meaning he'll take 7, he'll lose 1 guy, and we'll lose 2 guys. But he'll be at 7 or 5. I think I need to try to press this turn while he's tapped out. Yeah. So when you're practicing with friends, it's really important when you have interesting decisions like this, right? Like, it might have been correct for me to only attack with the 4/4, or it might have been correct for me to attack with everybody. And I think it's a really close call. So after the game, you want to talk to your opponent or anybody who's watching or anything, and just see what they think of it, right? Okay, so he's at 5. Excuse me. Yeah, so just seeing what other people think of close decisions like that, right? There's never necessarily, oh my god, that is awful for us, and he gets to hold up Unsummon. Alright, we get to commune. Heyo! If he didn't have Unsummon here, this would be the win. But he does have Unsummon, so we're just gonna say go. Since he's so strapped on mana, he might just need to unsummon. He's holding up the unsummon. Oh, wow. This is very, very aggressive of him. Okay, yeah, he put that in his graveyard. He really needs lands. So he has a 3/3 there. Okay, so that's the game. Boom. Alright, that was a close one. Yeah. If he had an island there, this game definitely would have kept going. I think he would be a slight favorite to win this game if he didn't lose this turn, because the Kopeshes get so much value as the game goes on. Yeah, so that was the Green Red Dinosaur deck. Moving forward, I would definitely want to keep an eye on the Knight of the Stampede. Didn't get to play it at all in this match because I was siding it out, but as I said, I was playing with the deck earlier, and was just really underwhelmed with Knight of the Stampede. Oftentimes I would play it, and, it might decrease the cost of a dinosaur, but if you're not able to use the mana that you're saving from this guy in that same turn, then it's often like the ability just isn't there. So I think I'd rather have some other card here. Maybe more Ravenous Daggertooths, maybe more Combat Tricks. I'm not sure. Let's see what dinosaurs there are here. Dinosaur, and we want standard, and we want commons. There we go. And we want the ones that we don't own. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what other dinosaurs we could play. This guy, I don't know how good this guy is. Like, I guess in those games where we're mana flooded, we might want him, but like, we might want more Ravenous Daggertooths. Maybe this guy. Excuse me. Yeah, this guy he's got decent stats. Yeah, I could see the deck wanting some copies of this guy. And then maybe more Daggertooths. Or maybe just like, if we just did this. One more Lightning Strike, one more Daggertooth, and then one of this guy. Just to try to keep the curve reasonable. Yeah, this looks decent. So we need one more card for the sideboard. Let's add one more Life Goes On. We never got to draw it against him, but it would have been not always relevant, but like, there are the Cartouche of Knowledge decks that are just trying to kill you, with hexproof flyers. Life Goes On is pretty good against. Yeah. I don't know what else the deck might want to sideboard. 4 Naturalizes seems like it might be too much. Yeah. I liked Dual Shot when we drew it. I don't know what Rabbit Bite would come in against, but yeah. So this is where I would leave the deck for now. after getting a couple games in. Admittedly, only games in against one deck, but yeah, I like where this is at. So thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the matches. Hope you learned something. If you have requests of what decks you want to see played in future gameplay videos, go ahead and leave a comment. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps with getting the channel noticed. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to keep getting standard Pauper updates. Yeah, as I said, I don't know if I've said it in this video, but as I've said many times, if you want to do well in our youth championship tournament, practice, 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 and consuming as much information as you can, whether that's in the form of these YouTube videos or whether that's in the form of sharing information with your friends or maybe other groups that are playtesting, playing the format as well. So sharing information and playtesting is kind of the key to getting good at Magic. If you like what we do here at MTG 808 Junior, please consider becoming a Patreon subscriber. For as little as $1 a month, you can support what we do. All of the prizes for all the tournaments are purchased with Patreon money, so we would really appreciate any and all support. All of the scholarship money that we're giving away, it all comes from the Patreon. So any and all support is welcome. If you donate $10 or more per month, you will get your name on at least one of the plaques that are housed in our partner local game stores. So if you want some community recognition, if you're from Hawaii or you used to live in Hawaii, you want a little recognition for helping out the Magic community here, for just $10 a month, you get your name on that plaque. All right, so thanks for stopping by. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you later. Ciao.